Hi, I'm Olive on Top, burlesque performer and empowerment coach, and I want to talk about what the fuck is empowerment coaching, which is a great question. So I think of empowerment coaching like a branch of life coaching. So life coaching's up here. Empowerment coaching is, a specific type of life coaching. I work with women to empower them, to help take control or autonomy back or power back in their life, essentially to step into their power. And I like to think of like helping women get their groove back. So I use different things. I use some cognitive behavioral therapy techniques, mindfulness and breath work, meditation, and some somatic practices or exercises to like cue into our bodies and start to rebuild that trust that we have been socialized out of where we don't trust ourselves anymore. I think, I don't spend a lot of time on the past. I spend a lot of time, on the future. I mean, I do use my sociology lens. I do have a master's of sociology, which has finally come in handy for something, to sort of deconstruct the structures that cause us to experience so much self-hatred, so that we can become aware of them and challenge them and start to rewrite the narrative. Um, so yeah, that's really exciting. And once we start to rewrite the narrative, we can start to rebuild that trust and we can reach our goals, essentially, like whatever your goals might be. Um, what do I want to say? What else? I work with women. I will work with everyone. Work with non-binary folks and men, but I work with women primarily, and women who are sort of like, probably somewhere between the ages of like 25 and 65 generally. Perhaps they're far along in their career. Maybe they even outwardly have a lot of success, but they're just not feeling like super excited about their lives. They might struggle a lot with self-confidence. They never feel like enough. Like no matter what they do, no matter what they accomplish, they just never feel like enough. They might be really hard on themselves, really hard on their self-image and their bodies. They might even punish themselves a lot or spend a lot of time in this like negative thought loop. Um, they might even feel really disconnected from themselves, their bodies, what they want, what they need, their sexuality. They might feel like they've sort of lost their mojo, or they look at other women and think like, why can't I have that? Um, and they're just, not feeling a lot of joy in their life and pleasure. So that is my main goal, is to help women experience more joy and pleasure. My main goal, my mission, is actually to take down the patriarchy, one self-loving badass at a time, and that is the way in which I do it. It's by one woman. So yeah, really helping women reestablish a loving relationship with themselves, because we did at one time love ourselves, so that we can live and love our big, bold, beautiful, vibrant lives. I think coaching is really beneficial for a lot of reasons. One of which is like having somebody to mirror back to you what you're saying. And I hold no punches, I think is the expression. Like I will say it as I see it, which I think, isn't for everyone, but I know a lot of my clients really appreciate that. I also ask a lot of questions that help prompt and get at what you're sort of wanting or desiring, which I've also been told are really helpful. Um, and of course, holding space for people to explore those aspects of themselves. There's, homework and guides and just accountability, somebody to be accountable to, which I think can be, obviously really beneficial, especially when you're trying to do it on your own. I won't keep going on too much longer, but a couple more things that I use. I have a method that I call which is mindset, mindfulness, and movement, which are like three sort of modalities that I like to use when working with coach clients one-on-one or in my coaching programs. So mindset work is a lot of that cognitive behavioral stuff where we like identify your thoughts, where they come from, we challenge them, we create new thoughts, we practice them, and like eventually, yeah, you create new thoughts that will get you towards the goal that you want. Mindfulness, where we spend a lot more time practicing being present, practicing being in our bodies, meditation, breath work. Being present is key to experiencing pleasure. So that is a main purpose behind that. And then movement, if folks are willing, I use movement. I use it in my courses as well. Sometimes it's just, moving emotion through us, processing, moving in ways that feel good for our bodies, and then also, tapping into some sensuality. And then, of course, I use burlesque, either burlesque separately or, sometimes I've used burlesque with clients where we use that to access things like feeling sexy and, not feeling like unlearning shame and self-doubt and, taking up space and just really feeling into our bodies and feeling really confident. So yeah, that's a quick tidbit about what empowerment coaching is. If you want to read more about it, I've written a blog, oliveontop.com/blog, or you can check out the coaching on my website, which is oliveontop.com. The coaching tab there. Or you can feel free to get at me with questions. I love answering questions, and I do 30-minute free consults. So if you have like a very specific, issue, we can work on that in the 30 minutes. Or if you think that coaching might be right for you, we can hop on a call and I can, talk about what's going on with you and how I think coaching can help. So you can access all those on my website. That's it. I'll catch you on the flip side.